This is some of the better braids I've used. I often have gone with heavy braids that tend to be a little too much for any finesse fishing or anything short of aggressive fishing in heavy cover. This time I went with 18 pounds test and got it in the forest green color. It blends into the water just as well as any monoline I've used. The color is just right for lakes and rivers in southern US and it disappears right when it submerges. I spent most of the day throwing crankbaits with it, but switched to some finesse worms Texas rigged and I was still having noticeable luck, especially for thick braid. I would definitely recommend this braid. It held tight the entire day and it knots very well.
I am using the 40 pounds PowerBraid fishing line. Casting is super smooth. I have used it in salt water and have not noted any stiffness in the braided line. It appears to be very durable. I have used it from piers, docks, and areas where there are ledges where fish especially snook try to hide. Many of the ledges are sharp and covered in barnacles. I chose green for my line and found that when pier fishing the color is difficult to see. I found myself getting tangled with others' lines. I plan to use this line for tarpon as soon as the season arrives and hope it continues to perform well. If you've never fished for tarpon, they ate full of fight and integrity is of the utmost. Overall, I'm pleased with the performance, strength, and quality of this line.
Got this line a few days ago, spooled it up the Sam and hit the lake. This is the most supple, smooth line I have ever used. I usually use a 1,520 pounds braid. Spider wire, Power Pro, Cost King. Here is the deal. The 8-strand braid from RUNCL is smaller in diameter, 0.18 for their 25 pounds test. Then others are for their 15. The smaller the line, the smoother the line, the longer the casts. I am so happy with this line. At 300 yards per spool, got enough for 2 reels. Love this line. Got this for my nephew who goes fishing and he loves it. Product was just as described and arrived on time.
Needed a fishing line that wasn't going to break so easily and wasn't going to break the bank either. This ends up being great for both. Took a bit to learn how to use it and tie the proper knots to set the rigging up, but now that that's been set properly I can say it works great. Easy to use and didn't have an issue getting it on my reel to start fishing. I've had problems in the past trying to get the line on my spool properly and not get it stuck. Easy to cast and work with it too. Felt like I had better control with it too. Great product.
Very strong and surprisingly smooth. Casts pretty well. I got the 20 pounds test in 4 braid. It seems like the dye is coming out of it a little bit, but I haven't had it long enough to see if it's really going to all come out or fade. I've had spider wire do the same thing. I do a lot of fishing, both for work and for leisure. This line is the same as the braided lines I normally use at a fraction of the price. I like the green color as it seems to blend in with ocean fishing a bit more and it ties well to the top shot of mono that I use. The braided line has almost no stretch, which allows for easier hook sets at deeper depths. I'd buy this line again in a second. It's very impressive.
Overall very satisfied with the braid, however I do prefer their 8-strand over the 4, seems to be a lot smoother line and compares more to Power Pro Super Slick line. The RUNCL PowerBraid braided fishing line is coated to provide smooth casting and reeling. The diameter of this fishing line is thinner than other braided line, which gives you a better lower. RUNCL PowerBraid is 0 stretch, which keeps it from kinking up. I have found this brand better than many of the other high-dollar brands. Another RUNCL product that I love.
Bought PowerBraid to try due to the price and the description on Amazon. I purchased the 30 pounds test and so far no issues. Very smooth feeding it onto the reel and it seems very strong. I have not had a line break on me yet. If you're looking for a nice round good casting braid at a reasonable price, this is for you.